Welcome back, everybody. All Things Pistons here with you again. Episode 9. I mean, we're almost double digits. That's a big deal.
That's crazy.
I know, right? Who would have thought? Man, we're back. Another episode this week. Talk a little bit about those Pisties, man. We got some good topics for you guys today, and we got a fun topic at the end that we're going to do as well. So we might as well dive right into the not so great. You might as well get the bad news out first. That way we can end on a positive note.
Let's do it.
Yeah, Cade, man. Cade.
He agreed to surgery. Finally. I'm like, you wasted quite a few weeks, which I get it. It's a big deal.
Yeah, and he was going to be done for the year if he agreed to it anyway, but it's still, God, man, it wasn't in the plans for the year for my prediction. So that's, I might have to officially bow out of the playoff race.
Yeah, that sucks, man. That sucks. Especially how we're playing lately. Like, we're close.
Oh, my gosh.
Need a little Cade in our lives. But
it's tough. I get it, though, man. It's one of those things, like, I think you had spoke on it before where it was like it's a recurring thing. So if he fixes it now, he's good forever. So we're not going to win a title this year. Get it done, man. Get it done. Get healthy. Everybody will be ready, just as ready, if not more ready next year. So, I'm happy, but I'm mad because I want to watch him play. I want to see him out there.
I guess he talked to Magruder, who's had the surgery. He talked to Bam, who's had the surgery more recently. And it looks like December 16th, I think that was Friday, he underwent the surgery, and they said everything was good.
Yep.
He had the surgery down in Indiana. And then, everything looks good. So,
yeah, I did see it go across the ticker last night that he had successful surgery, and now it's just healing, and he'll be ready come next season, next training camp. So it sucks, but also I'm okay with it. We got 5-6 wins?
Yeah.
So it's not that. Yes, I want him out there, but also I'm looking at next year and the year after when we're out there bringing home that Larry Bryan trophy. Larry O'Brien.
Did you see how they started naming some of the awards after players?
Oh yeah, yep.
Like,
I did see that. Jordan got one.
That's getting a little carried away, but
I know if Kobe doesn't end up on something, I'm gonna be upset.
Change the logo now.
Yeah, you have to.
That'd be the greatest honor for him, I think.
Oh, could you imagine? That would be so great. There would be people that would complain, but
yeah,
he deserves that
for sure.
Perfect. So then let's jump in, Cade. Man, we missed you, dude. Figure it out, man. Let that stuff heal. Come back. Bring a title back to the D. Nobody will even remember you're missing your sophomore season, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. And in all honesty, too, I think it's kind of benefited the team a little bit. So,
some guys are getting a lot more playing time.
Weaver's getting a good look at what we really have here. So,
what the future's going to be.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we'll jump into the next topic, man. The two starting the Twin Towers Ben Wallace additions. That's a heck of a comparison, but also these two on the floor, Stu and Duren, that's a problem. That has been so fun to watch.
Man, it's been crazy. Especially Duren since he's starting. These are his stats. 10 and 12. Next game, it was only 3 points, but 13 boards, 2 assists, a block, and a steal. Then 7, 19, and 2 with 3 blocks.
Good Lord.
And then last night, 15 and 14 with 1 block.
The dude is a freak. That's still, to this day, the steal of that draft.
Man, just turned 19. He's a baby.
And it was funny listening to George Blaha was talking about it last night, how he reminds him of Dwight Howard, but then he kept shooting free throws, and he's like, look, Dwight Howard never shot free throws like this.
Nope.
So you think about that when he starts to draw fouls, and you can't like that dude's gonna be killing it in the league if he's already doing that. Once he figures it out offensively, that's scary.
And that was his 5th consecutive game with 12 boards. Tied the longest streak by a teenager in 40 years.
Jeez, oh Pete.
I'm like, that's crazy.
And I'm loving these two on the floor at the same time. One, I mean, we're mopping up the glass. Just absolutely. The defensive presence is unreal, but I feel like it's opened up Stu's offensive game.
Oh, for sure.
And he has just been balling out. He had the couple dunks the other night in the teal where he dunked over everybody.
Slashing. I was kind of surprised.
And he's shooting consistently from the three-point line.
Yeah.
And shooting well.
I think he's 37% for the season.
For the season.
Say, especially considering he took like 2 3-pointers last year.
Yeah, literally.
He kind of held on. Like the first season, he was shooting them, but last year he really didn't shoot to the end.
Yeah.
I don't know the reasoning, if it was a coaching thing or he wanted to get a shot right, but man, no hesitation now. He's just pulling up.
Oh, he's green light.
It's great.
Yeah, I love it. And that combination going forward, man, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be when you have two bigs like that can score the way they can inside and out, and they play off each other like that, and rebounds, blocks, defense.
Yeah.
And then you put our guards in there like, listen, man, I know y'all are upset with what's going on right now, but we're winning a title. It's gonna happen.
It's coming.
It's gonna happen. I guarantee it.
Especially with like Bogey and Ivy's great defense. At least you got these two back there.
Yeah. I was about to say, wait. Did you just use Ivy and great defense in the same sentence? Because you caught me off guard there for a minute.
My man's a little tired. Late night at nursing home bingo last night.
Yeah, it was, I didn't even hit. I didn't get any bingos.
Off and logged right in today. So
yeah, you know what? It's still in the beard, but we're here. We're doing it. We're all right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and if you think about guard-wise, though, like outside of those two not guarding a soul, Killian's defense, Saddiq's defense, Cade played good defense when he just doesn't pick up stupid fouls, reaching and trying to be the hero on every steal. But
for sure,
defensively, we're going to be great. I love it. It is a fun time to be. I mean, it's not a fun time now. It is for me, though. I'll take that back.
Yeah.
A lot of people say they hate it right now, but I'm just watching the development, and it's through the roof. It is. I love it.
For me, like if you're gonna suck, like give me some young players that have potential. I can like at least look forward to it and see what's happening.
Give me something to watch to be excited about.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it, man. That's a lot of years left with those guys, and it's a staple. You got to have good big guys. That's all there is to it. And I know we talk about this guy a lot, and I'm sure people are sick of it, but we know what the next topic is.
You have to.
I mean, how do you not talk about him? How do you not talk about him? This man was left out to dry and hung and just, slandered left and right. This kid has arrived. Killian Hayes has arrived. Is this even his full potential yet, though?
No, I don't think so either. Yeah. I saw this stat line. Most assists since November 25th. Number 1, Trae Young, 10.9. Then it goes Tyrese, Ja, Luka, Jokic, and then Killian.
Poo-wee. I mean,
that's a great list to be on.
Listen, I know I shared the apology form in the barbershop group, but we're going to need some signatures. We're going to need some signatures. People are going to have to start filling out those forms and get back on the Killian bandwagon. God, this guy is.
It's been full on. It was full on hate. It wasn't even like this dude stinking.
Oh, yeah.
Like this guy shouldn't even be in the league.
It wasn't even like a troll session. It was full out like, I'm going to slander this man so bad until he quits.
Yeah, Casey said in one of his interviews the other day after he played Hornets that he hit a clutch three and then he said something in French to the Charlotte bench. I'm like, I love it. Start talking, my man.
Yeah, and you got every right to. Like, and it's crazy because watching, not just like, I talk about him defensively probably too much, but offensively, like, the step back three is going down, and it's not just the step back three. It's in the fourth quarter when I need you to hit it. We're down. We need a bucket right now. He's getting it.
Right.
So I still don't understand Casey's reasoning on why he's not getting more minutes. Because obviously his son-in-law has to get his playing time. We are coming into Christmas. So I get it. Like, there's some family dynamics there. He's got to play. He's got to play Corey a little bit, or it's like you said with Thanksgiving. Yep. When Santa comes around, he doesn't want to have that discussion on why he's not playing his son-in-law. Sure. So I respect it. We got many years left.
He gets pulled like first, and then like I think he's had like one game recently where he hit 30 minutes.
Right.
Gosh.
And I know he's had some like foul trouble issues. He does. I mean, I think it's the young guys, right? Because it's like Cade. They're overplaying on defense or reaching, or he's got quite a few dumb fouls.
Yeah, and a few times he's put in bad positions because all the switching and gets put on a big. And
well, yeah. I mean,
he's not gonna just give up a shot. Like, he plays hard every possession. So,
and I respect him for that, right? Because it's switch all defense, but also somebody's got to help Ivy out up there. Listen, Ivy, I love you. I love you. You are Detroit, and you're going to be a superstar. But man, you're frustrating me right now. I'm frustrated.
I almost lost my TV last night, but I love you, Ivy.
Literally almost shut it off. Literally was like, all right, I'm going to cuss that man out. So I'm not going to ruin my Friday night. I got bingo coming up. You're not going to ruin my night tonight, Ivy. I'll tell you that. But it's still we joke, we kid, we make fun of them, but like, we're in a great place. It's finally like where it feels good to watch us suck and not win games. Like, I don't even care. I don't even care if you win. You're competing in every game.
That's all I want, man.
Literally. So then that brings us into the next topics. A lot of trade talks going on right now. With teams interested in certain players. Bojan is all over the market of, I mean, you pick a contending team.
Right. Yeah, the latest report is like Lakers, Heat, Dallas, Mavs, and Hawks have all shown interest. And it looks like Weaver wants a young player and a pick or multiple firsts. And he's worth it, especially on that contract.
Well, yeah, if you look at, like, nobody expected him to be this good. He's in his prime right now offensively. Like, the dude's bag is so deep. So, like, if I'm Weaver, I got him for 2 more years. I'm not going to let him go for a bag of chips and a hopeful, like, do you want to compete right now and win? Pay up.
And as bad as we are now and far off, like, next year we might be a lot closer. Like, a good draft pick, by the way it looks. We got some more money to play with once again. So, like, we might be on the verge. And do you want to give up a 20-point scorer? He's only getting paid $19 million, which seems like a lot, but max contracts are like high 40s now. So, like, 19 is nothing.
And if you look at what he's doing, the man is worth way more than 19 a year.
For sure. Just his leadership.
Leadership, but offensively, the dude is just getting it this year. And that's the thing, right? We're in the perfect position with that. We don't need to get rid of him. So at what point do you we don't have to settle for anything. Either you bring the bag or get up out the kitchen. Like, if there's nothing here for you,
right?
Either you bringing it or we're not discussing it, because we'll keep him. We're okay with keeping him. Unless you offer us something that says like, well, okay, I could consider that.
Yeah, Weaver's in a great spot with him. So
that dude's a freaking wizard, man. I love that guy. I love him. Absolutely love him. And then the other trades were a little bit of talk with Saddiq going around. God, it's so hard, right? Because he plays so inconsistently at times. I still believe in him, and I still think he is a perfect fit for us. But are you going to let him go for some unprotected picks, or like, depending on what's offered for him, is it easy to let Bay go?
Yeah, it's been reported that Weaver wants an unprotected for Bay, and I mean, player for player, you're not really going to get much, and so I get it. It's either unprotected or we'll keep him. I still think he's a hard worker for one, and he still has some potential. Yeah. I really like him off the bench. I wish he'd post up a little more because he's a beast down low.
He really is.
He keeps trying to figure out his 3-point shot, which is strange because over the 3 years it's gotten worse every year.
Literally.
But
he shot one last night. It hit the opposite side of the backboard. I was like, oh my God.
But he has improved in driving and post, and his handles has gotten better. So
for sure.
I mean, if he's willing to come off the bench, he's a beast for that bench unit. Especially when you're
100%.
Like when we're a decent team, like to have him off your bench.
Yeah.
I mean, is it worth giving up or getting a late first round pick most likely for?
And that's where I'm like a hard no on giving it up. We're just going to get another player that's like him that you got to develop.
Yeah.
We're just getting into the development for him.
Sure.
Keep him.
Yeah.
Absolutely keep him. So yeah, I'm not ready to. Not ready. I'm not ready to move on from the towel.
Yeah.
No, not yet. Not like some other people. All those other guys can go. Cujo, New Orleans. I call them New Orleans.
Yeah, it sounds like the team and New Orleans agreed to
find a
team that'll take them. I don't think anyone's going to – I mean, at most a second-round pick, but any smart team's just going to wait. We're probably buying them out. Like, there's not a need for him. We have too many bigs. And
he doesn't play.
Yeah, he doesn't play. And honestly, like, all three of our bigs have looked way better than he has anyway. So
yeah, there's nobody getting those minutes. Yeah. And all three of our bigs are super young, so it's one of those things like we don't need you to come in. They can actually play 30, 40 minutes and be fine.
Yeah.
So that's our Pistons topics for the day. We decided to throw in a little fun topic at the end here. Top 10 players from the 90s to now. Who are your all-time top 10 from 1990 to 2022?
This was tough.
Dude, I'm
still questioning my list, but like
I was editing my list before I got on here.
Yeah. I started working on mine yesterday, but man, it was tough. Like
I feel like the top 4 are locked in.
Yeah. It's like I was trying to pick players where if I was starting a franchise and I needed to win as soon as possible, what one player would I take? And then I just kind of went down the list that way. But it was hard.
I'll go first.
Let's do it. You want to go one for one or read off your list first, then my list?
Let's go one for one. All right. I think 1 is a lock, no matter who. It's MJ.
It's MJ.
It's MJ all day. 2, I got the 1B GOAT, if you will. I classify them in the same category. It's Kobe Bean.
I'm right there with you. I took Kobe at number 2. I mean, there's some good players, but if I want to win, I'm taking Kobe.
Yeah, and there's nobody going over Kobe or MJ, and that's even in my all-time list, not just 90s to now. So that's an easy one for me. 3, I have to, out of respect, put him there, but I don't necessarily agree with him now. I got LeBron at 3.
I'm LeBron as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's the dude is just unhuman.
He is.
At the age of 37.
I hate even putting him on my list, but you have
right. It was one of those things where like you put it down and you're like, no. But it is like I have to respect the game. I can't not put him at 3. And 4, I got Shaq, man. I got Shaq at 4. That is the most dominant person I have ever seen play the center position ever. And I mean, I was in the Shaq fan club. I'm not afraid to admit it. When I was a kid, I was in the Shaq fan club, so he has to be the top 4.
You had his cassette.
Shaq Diesel?
Yeah.
Oh, all day long. You want me to shoot it? No. You want me to pass it? No. You want me to slam? Come on, you act like you didn't have Shaq Diesel.
I had it.
You're just not going to sing it like me on the episode, right? That's.
Yep.
Shaq Diesel was a beast.
I kind of wanted a different direction here. I went with Hakeem. I mean, they're really close for me.
The Travel King.
Yeah, just Hakeem was a monster for a while.
Oh my God, he was.
Shaq got a little taste of him in the finals as he was getting older, but like, man,
that dude was a piece of work. Like dominating, literally both ends of the floor, dominating. Like, I got him on the list. Don't worry, he made the list, but
he could have easily played today too. I think.
No, he would dominate now. There was nobody that could keep up with that. Yeah. He was too big, too quick, too everything. It could jump out the gym. That dude was a freak show, man. And then we'll jump to 5. 5, I mean, you're not going to be surprised I did this, but I'm sure it's not your number 5. I got KG. KG all day. That dude dominated at his position. Power forward, scoring, defensively, crap talking, motivator, everything. I have to put KG at 5 just because I feel like it's in my blood.
I don't have KG on my list, to be honest. Nope. My
disrespectful.
My number 5 is Shaq Fu. So yeah, he was close with you.
And then 6, I got a little bit of a curveball at 6. I got Dirk.
I mean, KG was kind of a curveball for me, especially. I can respect Dirk.
Listen, that dude was unstoppable at one point.
Dang, yeah, for sure.
But I mean, I got Dirk at 6. I think that might be my mess up. I think he belongs a little bit further down the list. He's still in the top 10 for me. But I put him at 6, man. That dude shot 40% from the 3-point line for his career.
Yeah.
That dude was and beat one of the best teams assembled by himself to win a championship.
Yeah. I love Dirk. Yeah, for sure. My next pick is Tim Duncan.
Timmy D. Mr. Reliable.
Some say the greatest power forward of all times.
He's second, but I respect it.
The funny thing, like, I'm not a super fan of Tim Duncan.
I hated the Spurs.
But he's kind of like, I didn't hate him like LeBron hate. I didn't even hate Tim Duncan at all. He was just like, he's not an exciting player. Like, he's really boring.
Yeah, it's like watching golf.
Yeah, but just like LeBron, like, you got to put him in there.
Yeah,
it's great.
I talked trash about Tim Duncan his entire career because I just didn't like him. It was so boring. But now that his career's over, that dude was unstoppable. And you hear all these interviews of guys that are like, who was the toughest, like big guys? I think who was I watching the other day? I think it was DeMarcus Cousins. Who was the hardest guy that you ever went up against? And he was like, man, it was Tim Duncan. He said, I couldn't figure it out. I could not figure him out no matter what I did. And he would always have this little grin on his face. And I just couldn't figure him out.
Yep. I think KG said that too before. Like Tim Duncan will not talk during a game.
No,
Like he just
and dominate you.
yeah.
So then I actually had Timmy at 7. I did put Tim on the list. Timmy D at 7. So I agree with you there. He belongs up there.
My next pick, it's a little weird getting into present day players. Like their career's not even over. Sure, LeBron, we already mentioned him, but he's like 84 years old. So I feel like he's in that same era as like Kobe and stuff. But I'm going with Steph Curry.
Yes. Yes.
When it's all said and
Greatest,
done, he's a great, and he's
greatest
still
point guard ever, in my opinion.
he's still getting better.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't argue. I got stuff on the list. I don't have him at 7. I feel like 5 through 10 is really just a crapshoot, and you can move it around every single time. And then I had 8. I had Hakeem. I'll probably switch out Dirk and Hakeem with 6 and 8, but I had Hakeem at 8. That dude was just a freak, absolute freak.
Yeah. My number 8 is Giannis.
Interesting.
He's definitely. I mean, in my opinion, he might. I mean, I think he passes Tim Duncan. Like,
I mean, I think
to be honest, I kind of started in the '90s and worked my way.
Yeah.
And I probably could have stuck in the '90s for this whole list, but I wanted
literally
you guys. Yeah, like Giannis would destroy a lot of these guys.
Oh my gosh.
Like
so big and can do it all. Like the Greek freak, to think he could have been a Piston. Anyways, we won't go down that that rabbit hole.
Open wounds.
Yep. Number 9, I got AI. I mean, that dude was 4'6", took his team to the finals, unstoppable, arguably the greatest ball handler to ever dribble a basketball. Only man on video to cross Jordan twice and hit the jumper. I had to put AI on the list. I had to put him at 9.
I'm going to get some hate, but I actually left him off my list.
Oh,
I know.
Is it because he played for Detroit and was so terrible?
I mean, I'm still sour we gave up Chauncey for him, but we won't get into that. That's like a full pod episode right there.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not trying to be angry on a Saturday morning.
Yep. No, I actually wrestled around with that idea for a little bit, and there's just a couple guys I had to get on the list over AI. So I went with Kevin Durant for this one. I possibly hate Durant more than LeBron.
It's up there.
It was really tough, but like prime Durant, man,
yeah,
no one's stopping him.
I can't even argue it.
And if he wasn't matched up with Westbrook earlier in his career, he might have a different legacy.
Right.
I mean, Westbrook put up numbers, but I don't know. I'm just not a Westbrook guy. I don't think he's a winner.
No,
he's a hooper, but
yeah, there's a difference though. He had the 2 guys that were ballers, but will never win a title in Westbrook and Harden.
Now you follow both their careers since they left. Yeah, they're both studs and like they've won awards, but they haven't won anything.
No. It means nothing unless you got an actual ring.
Yep.
And number 10, I agreed with you. Steph Curry. I had to put him in the top 10. I could not do a list without Steph Curry in it. He probably deserves to be a little bit higher than 10. But if I'm building my franchise, I'm taking those other guys first before that. So I still put him in the top 10.
He's got to be on the list. My last pick, this one might be a stretch, but I went with Jokic. Multiple MVPs. This year, listen to this, he's averaging 24, 10, and 9, shooting 62%. Like,
oh, my.
He does everything out there. And he's never had that Kobe sidekick or –
no, because Jamal Murray's awful.
Yeah, Jamal Murray can't stay on the court for one thing. But he definitely can't be your number 2 guy on a – and expect to win. But
and that's what they signed him as.
Yeah.
Was his number 2 guy.
Yep. This year, they might be tough in the playoffs if everyone can stay healthy, but they've had so many injury problems, and Jokic just carries the team in the playoffs every year, carries them to the playoffs. Like, he's a monster. He's definitely a great.
Yeah, I like the Jokic pick. I just couldn't. There was nobody on my list that I can move him off. There was one more I'm going to give honorable mention, even though he didn't win a title. If you look up that man's stats for how long he played, Charles Barkley,
nice,
was unstoppable, and that dude balled out like he was
one
so
of the
good.
Greatest to never win, man.
Never win a title.
That's
so.
Great.
That was a little bit of fun for you guys who like to put together that list. We're trying to do some random things. Give us some ideas.
Yeah, let us know your list too. I want to see.
Oh yeah, and I mean it's just like we did with our draft in the first episode we ever released. I know I won, but you guys can put who had the better top 10 list. I already know that my team we drafted first was it, and then I know that my top 10 is better.
It's not in the room that he's in, but he actually printed off an award for himself.
Yeah,
saying Pistons all-time bench draft winner.
Yeah, I have gold stars on my wall when I look at them when I log in for work, just to remind me of the greatness I had from that draft.
He looks at the award, looks himself in the mirror, gets ready for work.
Yep, that's how I start my day. It's some people just got it, and some people they're just kind of just getting by, and I'll take the greatness in the draft picks and the top 10 lists, so I'm gonna hold on to those.
Okay, I mean you did take KG pretty early, but let us know.
Hey, when you log off, go pull up a KG highlight video. He'll be on your list, and it's probably because of the crap talking, but here nor there. So yeah, guys, we'll be back. Episode 10 coming up. We finally reached double digits. Follow us on all sites. We're on everything, all things Pistons. Please subscribe. Give us a follow. Give us some ideas. Anybody, I know we got a few people that have reached out about having guests. We're going to start doing that coming up soon as well. We'd love to have people on here. Talk Pistons, talk basketball, anything really basketball. So, that's it. Jeremy, any final words before we head out for the day?
No, sir. Have a good holidays if we don't get another pot out till after Christmas.
Yeah, guys, Santa's coming in 8 days, so get ready.
Yeah, I'm going to be eating.
Perfect. All right, guys, have a good one. All things Pistons. Detroit, stand up. Detroit versus everybody.